Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Gauranga Nityananda. Jesus, Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Radhe Krishna. Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Chaitanya, Shri Krishna 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 Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, 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 Gaurachandra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Okay, turn your mics on. Let's chant some japa here.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Rama
Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Rama Hari Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama Hare
Hari Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Rama
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 Hari Rama
Hare Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
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 Hari 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 Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
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 Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Rama Hari
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari 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 Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Rama Rama,
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hari 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 Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hari Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hari
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna Hari
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Rama, Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Krishna Hari Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari Hari Hari
Rama,
Rama Hari Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama, Hare
Krishna Hari
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna,
Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hari Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare
Hari Rama
Krishna.
Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Rama
Hari
Rama.
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
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 Rama,
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare, Rama
Hari
Rama.
Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna.
Nityananda Nityananda
Jai
Nityananda Nityananda Nityananda
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda,
Nityananda
Sri Krishna
Nityananda
Chaitanya, Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda,
Nityananda
Krishna
Nityananda
Chaitanya,
Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda.
Nityananda 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 Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Chandra, Goranga, Gora, 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 Goranga, Goranga, Gora Chandra, 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 Gora Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra.
Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya, Gora Chandra,
Krishna
Gora
Chaitanya,
Chandra, Gora Chandra, Nityananda,
Gora Chandra,
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Gora
Krishna,
Chandra,
Hare Hare,
Gora Chandra,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hari Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hari Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari,
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari Rama, Hari
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hari Hari,
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari,
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hari Rama, 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 Hari
Hare
Hari.
Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama Hare Rama
Ram Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
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 Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Krishna
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Rama Hari
Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari 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 Rama
Krishna
Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
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 Hari Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna. Oh,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram, Hari
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram, Ram, Hari Hari, Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hari Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jaya, Jaya, Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Chaitanya Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, text number 10. Lalita can read that verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 1. Oh, no. Canto 1, chapter 5, text 10. I think you're muted.
Jumping from here to there. Okay. Chapter 5, verse
Text
10.
10. Yes.
10, huh? Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crowds.
Yeah, you see, those words, see, up here, the words meant to glorify the Lord, really. I mean, ultimately, or they can either liberate us or cause us to be, our consciousness to be lowered. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Yeah. So either our word, the words we speak, can either raise our consciousness to the spiritual platform, or bring it down to the mundane world. Isn't that? It's really interesting like that. So that's why you see Vedavyas, even though he teaching people Varnashram Dharma, and he was all the way up to talking about liberation and those principles. But Narada Muni says, "Oh no, that's you're not talking about the highest truth. See, the highest truth is reality, distinguished from illusion. The highest reality is the Supreme Personality of Godhead." Okay? Now, the only problem is a lot of people are chanting these names, but without the awakening of the transcendental pleasure. See, those who do not, let's see, it says, yeah. Yeah, the philosophy that doesn't satisfy the transcendental senses of the Lord. See, people don't know what that is. They don't know what are the transcendental senses of the Lord. You have to be awakened. That's the Bhaktilata Bij's work. See, it awakens your soul so you can understand the intimacy that our soul has with the Lord, and as what does it mean to be a real servant? Is to serve the transcendental sense of the Lord, but people don't know what that is. You have to meet a real devotees who are learning that, discovering that. Okay? And otherwise nobody knows, and that's why the world is mundane. They don't know how to serve the transcendental senses of the Lord. In other words, if you're a servant, that means you serve the transcendental senses of the Lord. You make the Lord happy. It's just like we get happiness. We have mundane senses, and we eat something, and it gives us the illusion that we're like gods. The demons are getting into that now lately. They're really like saying, "Hey, man, we're gods. If you're not good with that, if you're not good with being our slaves, we're going to get rid of you." I've been hearing a lot of that kind of talk on the net. They're coming out now saying, "Hey, man, we're gods. You're not. You're our slaves." Just like you see, they're doing everything, and showing that they're in control of the world. 15-minute cities are popping up. They're burning. Fires are everywhere all over the world now. That's what the demons do. I mean, we have it in the Bhagavatam. They like to burn. And burning is actually a purifying sacrifice. You notice we have fire. The demons like to use fire too, but to for their own purposes, but they never can do it because always God's purpose behind everything. When we learn to serve the transcendental senses of the Lord, you become aware of these things that the Lord is aware of. See, you become a confidante. Confidence. You're taken into confidence with the Lord, that know what he knows, that the demigods don't know, that the demons don't know. Okay? Isn't it a beautiful verse? Those words that do not serve the transcendental senses of the Lord. See? That's only a place, if you want a pilgrimage, just listen to people. If you want a pilgrimage into a pit of garbage. See, with crows, they like to eat garbage and dark stuff. See, they're eating. See, it's the same thing. We eat through the mouth, and if you're mundane, you're eating the dark matter of attachments to material dead things. See, there's not a life in the modes here, really, not real life, not connoisseur life. See, you've got to have those senses awakened. That's why that's imperative. Lord Caitanya realized that the needs of human beings is spiritual. You have to become awakened. That's the regeneration. That's the new life. Otherwise you're dead. You're dead in the modes. You'll take more births, more, in this cycle. Have to be awakened, otherwise, and then you start to make progress. Then we start to know what is really auspicious. Then the Lord starts giving you boons, like in the 21 hours of ecstasy. The Lord was his great pleasure. Oh, you're all devotees. Oh, you give me respect. Oh, you understand things as they are. Oh, here's a boon for you, boon for you, boon for you. Real boons. Not not material. Could be, but that's devotees think. Oh, that's not the real mercy of the Lord. The real mercy is attachment, increasing attachment to real gold, to go into the mind. To go and to chant Hare Krishna like you're going to work in a mine, a gold mine. Everybody, if you like gold and you go into a gold mine and the nuggets are everywhere, you have a great time, man, picking up the nuggets. Because you're greedy, man. You like gold, and you've got a gold mine, you've purchased a gold mine, and it's yours. And you enter that gold mine, and you just pick up the nuggets. Hey, there you go, man. See, I like to look at the reflection and show you the truth, man. That's how it is chanting Hare Krishna. You're entering the gold mine to go to work. And it's great work. It's not even like work. It's like having fun. Like going to kindergarten and playing all the time. In kindergarten, you play most of the time, right? They don't put you only in first grade, then they start to say, okay, now we got to make you mundane. 1 and 1 equals 2, and all this other bullshit they teach you. But usually you play, especially in, yeah. So that's the work of the devotees. You're awakened, and that's the great treasure here. That's the pearl of great price. You come into the association of devotees and become awakened. Your taste is awakened to enter this gold mine of chanting Krishna's name, which is himself, non-different. It's the door to intimacy and ecstasy and real treasure. And you just pick up the nuggets every day. Okay? And the Lord gives you more and more boons of what? More closeness with God. More revelations, more confidential information, communications. Yeah, and then your life is spiritual. And then whatever material comes, it comes. Whatever, it comes, great. It doesn't come. You're a success. Nobody else is. Bill Gates and all these guys with all that money, they're not successful yet. This is success. Then whatever you have, if you have billions, you're a success. Like Pundarik Vijayanidhi. He had like this. He was like a Bill Gates. He had millions. In our money now is like billions of dollars. He had properties, had servants, elephants, kahuna, conch shells, all these things. Yeah, very rich, but his richness was perfect because of having love for Krishna, this intimacy, and the beggar who was like Sridhar. These guys had very little. Nakula Brahmachari and Sridhar, very poor persons. They were rich, like Pundarik Vijayanidhi. Their lives were a success. Nobody was unhappy. Just like here, if you really got the mercy, whatever your position is here, with money, rich, poor, doesn't matter. You'll be happy. Your life is a success. Can you imagine having something like that? That is not happening in the material universe. Everything is by your material merits, man. By the sweat of your brow, you become like a demigod. By the sweat of your brow. You got to work for it, man. You got to do austerities, renunciate everything. If you refuse this wonderful gift that we're here to give, man, you're really stupid, man. Come on, man. Hang out here. We'll give you the brain, the wizard. Our wizard is here. That's Lord Caitanya. He'll give you a brain. He'll give you logic. He'll give you clarity. He'll give you the highest intelligence. And best of all, he'll give you love. True love that lasts forever. Love for God, which is the original position of all souls, whether you're a lizard or a demigod, doesn't matter. Reptilian, whatever these weird things are they coming up with nowadays. Ultimately, these are all material coverings, and the Lord wants to give the gift. Look at what's his name? The bird. Who's the bird? The
Jonathan?
bird god.
No. Oh. Garuda? Garuda? Garuda?
Huh? The bird. The bird that's a devotee. Come on, you guys are getting brains like me. I can't remember the stuff. Anyway, the bird devotee. Garuda.
But I said it.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry. The bird. Yeah, the bird, the Garuda. Look at the Garuda, man. Devotee. Devotee of the Lord, intimate devotee. Yeah, whatever you are, you can be a devotee. And if you're a dog of a Vaishnava, you go back to the Godhead. What we need are some two-legged dogs, to become friends of the Vaishnavas, and then you go back to Godhead. A lot of two-legged dogs, like they're two-legged snakes, envious, right? Prabhupada used to talk about that. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the beauty of associating with devotees. You'll get this inclination, this desire to enter the gold mine of Krishna and pick up the valuable gold that's all over the place. And then you know what is true. That's all spirit. See, what did Jesus say? He said, my words are spirit. See, that's the absolute truth. The words are spirit. They're alive. They give life. They're food. See, but you have to be awakened. Okay, and that means you need the devotees association. Only the really awakened devotees. Yeah, and so that hasn't, for the Vaishnavas, that hasn't happened yet. Otherwise, you're not a success. Yeah, I was listening to Jayapataka. He's got these reels coming out on Facebook, and he's got one reel. It was so, how he is. He's sick. He's got so he's. And he's preaching, and people, and it's okay, it's great. But I can't believe it. After 50 years, you know what his message was? I just want to tell you, you're not your body. You're not your body. You're not your. Same old, same old. I mean, come on, man, after 50 years with Prabhupada, and I just make the point, that's until you meet. Now, the reason why Prabhupada was capable, Prabhupada was a pure devotee. Prabhupada chanted in ecstasy. But unless you get the gift that's being given through the devotees, that on the level of ecstatic love. That's why you see Prabhupada knew people's purification wasn't complete. He wouldn't have said that Chaitanya Leela Principles in that book is postgraduate. See? So postgraduate, you have more to learn, my friends. See, that more to learn is here. Otherwise, you can't advance beyond you're not your body. He still hasn't realized it. Otherwise, you would have another conversation. See? Here, that path is hard. That path, it's so hard that you may not make it to realizing that you're not the body. And proof of that is after 50 years, still preaching that. See? This path is the easy way to realize you're not your body. See? Because we awaken. That's our work here, is to awaken people's transcendental sense. Well, the Lord's transcendental senses, which are in you. See, just like you eat and taste, well, the Lord is in you who eats and tastes, and you're here to serve that. That's the essence of truth. And when you're awakened by getting the gift that's being given here, okay, then all of a sudden you realize I'm the spiritual body. I'm spirit. I'm a servant of the transcendental senses of the Lord to make him happy. And my happiness is in that. That's called Vrindavan consciousness. The Lord wants to give it to you. I couldn't realize these things on my own. None of us can. These are the highest things. And that's the amazing grace of Lord Caitanya, to give the highest to the lowest through the devotees. That's why he came as a devotee, and not everybody got it directly. A lot of people, they had to go through as devotees to get it, because that's the way it's gotten. It's like here, you don't come through this door, you're not going to get this Vrindavan consciousness. You don't want easy peasy, well, then don't come here. Go work for it for a few lifetimes or many lifetimes. You know, everything's work. The Radhakund Babaji's fasting, all that stuff, you know. And all I see, like with my ex-wife, is a big false ego. I can fast. Go hard. You can see your guru. Look, my guru doesn't fast. I'm much more advanced than him. I could do Nirjal. He doesn't do it. He's so, see, that's it. False ego, pride. See? Think you're better than a real guru who has bhakti. Whether I fast or don't fast, I'm a success already. I'm here to make people success because that's already the order's given. I'm just fulfilling the order. You know, when you can chant in ecstasy, you're success. You've got entrance to the kingdom of God. The books tell you that. When you can do devotional service in ecstasy, the transcendental senses of the Lord are awakened in you, and you satisfy them. There you go. That's the whole purpose of life in the whole universe. The essence. Tony Robbins doesn't know this. Obviously, Jayapataka doesn't know this. Obviously, Radhanath doesn't know this. I assume that even Narayan Raj doesn't know this, or the Radhakund Babajis don't know this. Because we're the only ones preaching this. Why? Because we got the experience, number one. Number two, I got the order to preach this and the confirmation to preach this. See, the blessings of the Vaishnavas and the blessing of Krishna to preach this. Where else are you going to get such a power-backed message? I can't, it's not for me to question why are you choosing a guy with a t-shirt and, to do all this stuff? Look, you got assistants like Lolita. Look at the mercy she's got. My God. Amazing. Fortunate that she comes here. I mean, God, devotees like that here. So many sincere, honest devotees. Look, Janaki's. Got Ready Freddy, Celery, Sannyasi. You got Evo, golden-hearted Evo. You got Eric coming regularly now. Nitai Chandra. A lot of nice devotees coming here, Mahamurti Das from Africa. Hey, a pure-hearted guy. Sincere. Look, Govinda. Oh my God. Look at the friends I get to have. Got Shamaguri, the Pitbull, Balaram Das. He likes what we're doing. Look at this. Amma. Look at that almond, golden-hearted almond. It's amazing, huh? Got Sachi Devi. When she gets up, she's, turtles, they wake up a little later than usual. Let's see here. What do we got here? So read text number 8 there.
Okay, Guru Maharaj. You're awesome, Guru Maharaj. I just heard a story. It was Manorama who told me that she got the blessing of a Babaji in Vrindavan. She's in Vrindavan at the moment. And she got so much blessings from that Babaji. And I thought, poor girl, I hear and I feel what an illusion you're talking about again. You say it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Did you ask her what blessings she
No,
got?
no.
Ask her. Find out. It'd be nice to know what blessings she got.
Mostly it's, oh, it's so pure, Lalita, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
There's no substance inside, never. And then for me, I never felt anything with all those people there in India, but I felt you immediately. So this must be you must be somebody there.
And you know, all it does is when you listen to, I've noticed this with her, all it does, it's like an attack on your faith in the truth. I remember listening to her. See, they don't have faith. She's a representative of these Babajis and the Raj group. They don't have faith in this real bhakti. So when I hear them speak, and like her now, it's like an attack against Krishna.
But
that's the offense.
When I hear and I say, okay, and then.
Yeah. I mean, it's like God. You know, it's like it's attacking the faith. You know, your faith. It's like, why are you believing this? Oh, this is the real mercy over here. Sneaky. This is snake. See, it's very snaky. But you see, that's why the gate is narrow. Until you come through the door is the real devotee. You got all of these things protect the real Vrindavan. See, all of these guys, and it's only the real resident Vrindavan gets you through. So that's good in that sense. The Lord has a way. If you don't believe this preaching, then you're going to run into these obstacles, and you won't get in. It's just like Jesus said. Many try. If you don't go through the door is the real resident Vrindavan in our case. Okay, if you don't go through the door to get into the kingdom, you'll always be thrown out. And you just got, in other words, everybody's preaching, but who is preaching the real preaching to get you in? The real word.
So with so much variety, with so much power, with so much explanations over and over again, the depth that we get here, and there's still, you're not that body thing. Oh my God, after so many years. Okay. No.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how sincere you are. You either go through the door or you don't. It's like you can be sincerely dry in the desert and there's a rain cloud. And you're so sincerely in the desert and you know, you're a sincere person, honest person. There's a rain cloud right over there, but you won't go under it. That's how it is. Bhakti is here in our Sangha. If you don't come under the rain of this bhakti, little rain, control of the bhakti, the rain, you know, rains. If you're not reined in, see, by this bhakti, don't come into it, then it misses you. And that's just, what do you do? That's why she'll go to everywhere else and thinking it's mercy. In other words, she has another idea. She won't give up her opinion. She has another opinion what bhakti is. She always did. She always did. From the beginning she had this idea, it's about austerity, just like Narayan Raj group. It's about austerity. It's austerity, everything. And how many times have I smashed that verse? It's not austerity. How many times has Lord Caitanya smashed a verse? Therefore, I just give you what he said. Get out of this kirtan, you brahmacharis, you guys who have faith in your austerities. You're not qualified and you'll never be qualified to enter my intimate association. Go through Srivas like you did. See? And they still don't, because they don't listen and not give up their opinion. They're stubborn. They got a stubborn demon attitude. That's one of the obstacles. That's why they need to be smashed with a club again and again and again. Club out that ignorance.
It is fear for real truth. It is deep-rooted fear for conclusive truth. That's the problem. They like to stay in that illusion. They like to go there and imagine themselves, oh, look, everything is transcendental. Even the toilets are transcendental here. I heard those kind of
Yeah.
expressions. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
You know, it's so funny. You mentioned she's in Vrindavan. All night long, I was thinking it'd be nice to go to India again. You know, maybe one last
Yeah.
time or something. I don't know if they're. I was just thinking, I don't know. And I'm chanting. It's going around in my mind. What the hell are you doing there, Krishna? So I don't know. I might look into that again. Maybe I'd take a trip there.
Navadvip, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I just gonna look over these type. I don't want to go through a lot of stuff to do this. Like I don't know what the restrictions are in India. Maybe not. Maybe not so much
I
right
don't
now.
think so because Balaram is there as well. Again, second time now. Yeah, he's in Vrindavan as well.
He's in
Yeah.
India now. Oh wow! Everybody's going to India.
So I didn't hear anything about restrictions. No.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. So I'll look into it. Did he need to have because usually have to put a reference or something of somebody.
Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, he's in such a Rhythmic group.
A
They
Rhythmic
invite
group
him and
reference.
yeah, you must have that reference, I think. Yeah. I will
Yeah.
ask.
So I gotta,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta get a reference. Yeah. See if you can get me a
Yeah, I
reference.
ask. Yeah.
Do some service here for our sangha. It'd be nice maybe have some classes from India again. That's where you really power up. It's been a long time. I haven't been there in years. Man. I used to go every year.
Freddy says so many
Yeah,
Babajis
maybe.
in Vrindavan giving blessings, not knowing if they are bona fide or not, is embracing the illusion. Yeah. They have a beard, a long
Yeah,
beard, and then a
she,
big tilak
yeah,
and face, such a soft beard, the kind.
yeah. There's so much of that. I mean, they see, you don't have the intelligence to analyze whether the person's qualified or not. Bhakti Siddhanta, he didn't acknowledge. It's not like all Babajis are bad. There might be a transcendentally situated devotee. Can you notice the symptoms? Do they even show? Because if they don't show them, you don't know anything. You don't. They just. You're just looking at the body. They're not showing the symptoms of being a devotee that's transcendentally situated. And most aren't. Most are just there to keep you from the deeper Vrindavan. That's just Vrindavan's protected until you become an ecstatic devotee. And yeah, I mean that's just the way it is, man. This is a very deep revelation. You come through the right way, and then you can. I mean, just like when you get this ecstasy, and then you go to Vrindavan, it's so beautiful, man. It's amazing. Yeah, it's just it's an enhancement. See, it's like a flavor enhancer when you go to Vrindavan, you're an ecstatic devotee. If you're not, then you usually offensive, and then the fences come up. These, the motivated Babajis and sannyasis, and you can't tell. You can't tell the difference. You're not conclusive, and that's so. Anyway, you get something there. Yeah.
A lot of waste of time.
A waste of time. We're just wasting. Yeah, most people are just wasting their times. Until you can chant in ecstasy, now you're using your time properly. I mean, even a little bit. Lord Caitanya said, if you chant one holy name, see, one holy name is with the ecstasy and the tears, you become worshipable. Sincerely
Oh,
like that. And if you do that and you're not offensive to Vaishnava, it's just going to project. See, but she can't, if she gets a tear or whatever, then immediately goes into offense automatically, even if you don't it's just your mentality. You get purified by being with the devotees who got this opulence of this mercy of the Lord to you. Otherwise, you carry that. Yeah, it's just the
Yeah,
way
the
it is.
purification is spiritual, and that's what they forget. It's a
Spiritual.
spiritual
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
purification, and they think they can do it materially themselves, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah. No, no,
no
no,
power.
you can't. No.
Okay,
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Read on.
those words which do not describe. Oh, I read it already. Um,
Read it
okay,
again.
those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the Lord comes here. It's his activities that purify the world. And even the descriptions in the hands of devotees who have some devotion purifies. Those descriptions of the Lord purify. This is proof of it. People getting purified by hearing these glories of the Lord. And one of the main glories to know is the glories of this avatar, Lord Chaitanya, to give such special mercy to the world. What did people preach about Jesus? That they preach that he gives the Holy Spirit this special mercy. That's the message, not the message of rules and regulations. Not when this is being on the plate now. This is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, the mercy of the Panchatattva. You see, the book describes that. Those who don't believe, see chapter 8 of Adi Lila, those who do not believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva, see, are like croaking frogs. See, pilgrimage of crows. You can't get above that. You're not this body. Don't you know you're not this body? Still on that level. Still trying to convince himself he's not this body. Why? Because it's the hard way. That's the way that takes many lifetimes. So, right now, the message is the message of deliverance. You see, it's the word. What is the deliverance? It's the glories of the Lord. If you come into this Asanga, you become qualified like Maharaj Pariksha. See, to hear the transcendental glories of the Lord and be lifted to the spiritual plane of being like a devotee and acting like a devotee with the mentality of a devotee, pleasing the transcendental senses of the Lord, like the verse says. You know what that is. You have relation. You can speak about it. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Let me tell you my experience. Isn't that what where do you hear this stuff? No, everybody's speculating what all this stuff is transcendental. They're all in their minds. See, they're not in their hearts, speaking from their heart. See, but when you worship with the heart, your love for that name, then the revelations come and you preach that, the realization, the understanding. I give them that understanding. As you see, that's so pivotal, that verse. Bhagavad Gita 10:10, so beautiful, so perfect. See? If you can't appreciate and hear that again and again and again, you're not awakened. The Lord counts the cows' names again and again and again. Fall asleep. You might try to do that if you have trouble sleeping. So many Babajis in Vrindavan giving blessings, not knowing if they are bona fide or not. I mean, you're taking a big chance. You don't know. Yeah, I'll tell you, man, leaving the real guru is just nothing going to be but inauspiciousness. But ultimately, it's a blessing too, because you made some contact, The Lord rectifies it. He's merciful. Otherwise, he's not. What kind of mercy is
Very
God got,
merciful.
if he's not all merciful?
Very merciful.
He delivers the saints and the sinners. She's acting what she can do. She's got the deck of cards she's been dealt, She's not very smart, It's not kind of how it is. She's blinded by this renunciation. See, a lot of people are. She's not the only. That's why she vibrates to those kinds of Vaishnavas who are faithful in the renunciation and all that stuff. See, I'm faithful in the glories of the Lord and His mercy and the conclusive truth. I take shelter of that. She doesn't. She goes the opposite.
Like
Like those Babaji's do. Like Narayan Raj. See, I like the easy peasy way. I just like to harmonize with the mind and the heart of the Lord. They don't. They don't agree with that. They don't agree with the mercy of Lord Caitanya. They're against it even. Isn't that amazing? Where are you going to hear this? I mean, this is real confidential. Even Srivas held Lord Caitanya back from telling these kinds of truths. But Srivas ain't around here now to hold back. I guess the Lord's going to just tell you right out. This is the Devananda Pandit obstacle. See, Devananda Pandit was kind of like a Narayan Raj, speaking about Krishna, giving Bhagavatam class, lots of followers. And Lord Caitanya said, nah, he's inconclusive. Because he was teaching austerity, renunciation, become that kind of person. And Lord Caitanya said, he's not qualified. I'm going to rip up his book. Teaching these kind of things, man. If you're not a connoisseur, you'll go and say, go hurry, he's offensive. No, I look at things, I'm just analyzing according to the verses, according to the symptoms. Don't tell me you're a Raganuga spontaneous devotee teaching Raganuga spontaneous devotion if you can't transmit it. What is the point? So many people doing that. The Radhakund Babaji, same thing. They can't transmit nothing. I haven't seen anything. The big, that's the one that my ex-wife says, oh, this guy is so great. I go and watch it. I was looking, where's the greatness? He's sitting on a palanquin, and they're fanning him, and he's loving it, man.
Pretentious?
Yeah, just
like a king?
And it's all they study, and all this, they're really into the study and, and all that. I'm not, then I meet all these kinds of people in Mayapur, the Goswami types, they're in the line, the Goswamis, and they're very proud of it. But where is the ecstasy? Nowhere preached. All no shows, So anyway, I finally arrived at the proper conclusion. We got it, and you better prove it. Otherwise, I'm just going to preach. This is where to come. If you want, do we not demonstrate enough that the Lord is behind this? Can you not see the hand of God on Lalita?
Yeah.
Show me one guru like Lalita. You show me one. Or like a lot of the devotees. Look, one Govinda. Where do you see people intoxicated by the holy names? Where? Nowhere. I've seen. Maybe that one lady, and the disciple of Gaudi.
The black girl.
Yeah, that black girl. She was pretty good, but she's in over there, which is, this is the thing. You need help, and otherwise, the Maya is always, why not be with ecstatic joy? She doesn't realize, are you kidding? You got brothers and sisters here. What are you doing just alone in the thing? It's ridiculous. This is where you develop your bhakti with like-minded people, which are very rare to find in this world. Millions of Vaishnavas, but not really. They're abbas, semblances. faithful in the ceremonial external worship. Where do you find internal? It's just like when Jesus's disciples were here. There was 11 people with the Holy Spirit. Nobody else. None. That's how rare this gift is. You think if it was rare then, you don't think it's rare now with this Lord Caitanya, especially the state of Vaishnavism now. This is where you're going to get it. This is pivotal for Vaishnavism's development. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it takes a lot of intense preaching. You think I'm just doing these classes, like this, just to do them? It takes, and just Maya is relentlessly moving in the illusion, relentlessly. It takes relentless preaching to keep this going. Look when Lord Caitanya, when he disappeared, started covering. 500 years, man. And even the Vaishnavas, they thought, my God, we'll never be, when is this going to, they kept it for themselves. Look at Bhakti Vinod. What do he was very private about his ecstasy. He told to his disciple, his son, he said, you can write one ecstatic book. The Lila, Govinda Lila was not a Lily. Anyway, one of these books by Jayadev Goswami. You can write one for you, not for anybody else. That's how he saw so many neophytes. And then Bhakti Siddhanta also just private in his thing, and Prabhupada also very private. Okay? Only now we got the order. It's time, obviously. But it takes, you got to really be on it. We got all the technology to do it. And devotees are getting stronger and stronger now. You see, I have to overcome this Maya stuff, this conditioning and all that. It takes, you got to really cultivate this regularly like this. See, regular water, and everything is beautiful, gets more and more beautiful. See, because Krishna grows up inside us, matures. See, matures for what? More loving, deeper loving affairs, right? When he started to grow up, then he started him and Radha used to have some very deep relations. Okay?
Yeah. The more he grows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He grows up.
The more he starts to know and to explain and to reveal it.
Yeah. All right, read a little more there. Here, I'll tell you the verses to read. Yeah, read number 11 now.
On the other hand, the literature, which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc., of the unlimited, supreme personality of Godhead, is different creation, full of transcendental words, directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization.
Again, read that again. That's so good.
On the other hand, that literature, which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc., of the unlimited Supreme Lord, is a different creation. full of transcendental words, directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected directed civilization.
Misdirected. This is the thing. Ultimately, when deliverance is preached, you have to hear the words that cause a revolution in the misdirected. We're all misdirected all the way up into religion. Even Varnashram Dharma, it's a direction to go, but it's ultimately you're misdirected if you stay with that. Because you need the revolution in your lives that changes you from a material person to a spiritual awakened person. See? To live in your true transcendental nature as a servant of the transcendental senses of the Lord. That's why hearing, chanting, remembering about the name, the fame, and the pastimes of the Lord, especially when you're awakened, is the best path. It gives the highest happiness, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it. Like when Lalita chants, you see she becomes ecstatic. She's serving the transcendental sense of the Lord. When she reads the verses, she becomes ecstatic. That's the revolution. Yeah, and that's why people, they look at her or anybody other ecstatic. Oh, that's really weird. That's not normal. You're right. It's not normal. It's abnormal, above normal. That's, you got to become above normal. Your temperature has to raise to a higher degree. Your understanding, higher degree, your ecstasy, your happiness on a higher level, spiritual level. Okay? That's real. That's real forever. That's the demonstration here. That's how else can you preach? That's real preaching, man, is to cause a revolution in people's lives where they become capable of that kind of life and lifestyle. Oh, we're reading from Srimad. Oh, yeah. See. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. See, revolution in the impious, misdirected lives. See, everything is misdirecting you except the glories of the transcendental truth. But if you're not qualified, you're not interested. That's why, if you're in religion and you're just, work. I'm just here to work. Okay, well, that's your level. But ultimately, if you get some greed would be, let me come into this association to get this qualification, to have this spiritual awakening, so I can taste the nectar of the name, because that looks really good with the way Lalita chants, or Gaurahari, or some other devotee here chants. Ooh, I like to chant like that. Yeah, of course, that's the greatest happiness. You're serving the transcendental sense of the Lord. We're presenting the real Vrindavan. This is the new Vrindavan. If you can't chant like this, then you're not showing no Vrindavan. You're a no-show. You don't even know what Vrindavan is. Or if you do, you're hiding it. You're not in the mood of Lord Caitanya. We're in the mood of Lord Caitanya. He showed us Vrindavan and we show it to others. That was his mood. That's called munificence, to give to the most fallen persons the highest thing, the highest revelation, the highest experience of Vrindavan, this relationship with the Lord there. That's the greatest munificence. This is why you can't say you're a servant of Lord Caitanya unless you're doing this. No. You don't know Lord Caitanya until that munificence is manifested in your preaching, where people start to awaken like they did then. Nobody was qualified then, and they are not now. But if you listen to them, I'm just giving you the message of Chaitanya Lila now. If you believe this great mercy and message and become greedy and eager for it, are you lucky, man? You won the lottery. It's only that eagerness and that greed that'll keep you here to get purified, to get this goal, because Maya's always saying, that's not very important. Take these drugs, man. Get all drugged out so you can't come here, You need to go off in there and do your little things. Oh, no, the family. You stay in the family. It's real more important. Yeah, you got a lot of work to do. Just work. See, if you come here, you're going to get infected by this greed because this is truth, man. This is real forever. And inside, deep inside, there's part of you that wants this so bad, but it's all covered up. And we uncover all that. See? So that this is a hero's journey, man. You know, it's like if you stick it out here, you can get this greed, you can get this eagerness to wake up. And then when you wake up, and then it becomes, like, when you get a motor going, it keeps going. It keeps going because, it's moving now. You come here, you rev up you get your motor moving. See, it becomes perpetual. And then the hearing, chanting, remembering, the next, it becomes your nature, natural. You become a Vrindavan resident here. And then where are you going to go when you pass from the body? Well, where you are now. When I had an out of the body experience, I remember I was what I was in the body outside of it. Same consciousness. No different. So what kind of consciousness are you going to carry into your next life? What you are now. If you die a mundane Varnashram Dharma guy, you're just a mundane Varnashram, I'm not the body preaching thing. You're still identifying with.
And then they send a picture of themselves, and then you're not that body.
Yeah. See, it's what you identify with. See, we're identifying. We're showing people. This is why right now it's suppressed, this truth, because we're just outright showing people. Showing what it looks like to identify with your spiritual body. It looks like a person chants this name, which is non-different than Krishna, in ecstasy of that happiness. The Lord himself likes to hear his name, just like the people in the mundane world, the reflection, like to look at their own picture or hear their name spoken, right? There's nothing sweet. They even say, right, in How to Win Friends and Influence People, they use that technique. You just say people's name and you start to control them. That's their secret, because people want to hear their name. It's so sweet to the false ego. Oh, I'm important. I'm important to it's a desire for it. See, everything is reversed into the truth. The truth is, it's the name of the transcendental Lord that's important. There's real life in that. Otherwise, you're weak. You're an illusion. You think you're God, basically. I want to hear my name. No, God wants to hear his name. And when you chant it, we're getting trained up in the eternal way. When he hears his name, he's very happy. See, why? Because that name is the purest name in all of the universes. Why wouldn't? Even though it's on him. The Lord looks at his reflection. It's so beautiful, it attracts even him. See, why do we have names like say Gaurahari Das? See, well, what are you hearing? Gaurahari, that's God's name. Das, see, that's our position. We serve that name because the Lord, it's the only thing pure in this world is the spotlessly pure one, his name. But unless you're attracted and get purified to become attracted, then it's like you can't solidly connect. You won't be interested. You'll be interested in other things. Interested in the world, interested in family, too much. Interested in whatever, too much. See? So anyway, coming here is best thing you can do, and if you want to be a connoisseur. If you want to be a crow, okay, we'll go out there and feed on the garbage out there. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to take a little break here. Let's play the song. You want to give us a word before we go here?
Yeah, I was thinking about you said they are, um, what is the word in English? Offensive towards Krishna. Um, but I became kind of dominant when I see somebody coming, Hare Krishna Lalita. I start. I start. Oh, Hare Krishna, nice to see you. I'm very enthusiastic. And I'm telling how much more back to you're giving me, and this, I
Yeah.
I become really dominant, I,
Yeah. Well, how do they respond?
well, yeah, like Mother Ramesh said, yeah, I get a lot of bhakti here as well, and I immediately, yeah, sure, I know that's so true,
Yeah.
but I,
Yeah. Yeah. That's the competitive thing.
yeah, but I'm not. In the past, there was like that. They tried and to
Yeah.
take me away from you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
It's all.
yeah, yeah. Although they knew how attached I was, although they have seen the symptoms and explanations in my videos, still thinking, no, I know better. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the
If
Lord
she.
makes me very dominant,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. See, this is only for those who give up their opinion. She's not ready to give up her opinion.
Yeah.
She thinks she's right. I remember all these years, I tried to preach to her too. She always thinks she's right.
Oh
Therefore,
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But I also always think I'm right.
yeah. Well,
You
the
make
thing
me
is,
up.
it's different.
Of course.
When you have confirmation, because there is a right. If you got comfort, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra,
Mm.
see, your Shastras say you're right. That's why I say this is the danger, you could say. The danger is, and they use this the illusion is, yeah, I also think I'm right, and they think they're right. Well, maybe they are right because I also think I'm right. Well, there's a difference. You got to know that difference. The difference is you're conclusive, she's not.
I know that.
This is stronger. See, that's speculation. Yeah, that's why I say I always point the verses out
Yeah.
that support this rightness. That's why you see one of the qualities of Krishna and the real associate of Krishna and Lord Caitanya is they speak on the basis of Shastra.
Yeah.
See? And these others don't. That's what proves them wrong because it sounds like sort of like, you know, like, well, maybe they could be right. But when they speculate, see, they don't. They're not right.
Not for me anymore. I even don't think about maybe this or that. Not at all. But yeah, for neophytes, newcomers, they are still comparing, and yeah,
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
need to be there with your proof, with your shastras,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah, have to. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
otherwise,
yeah.
yeah, that's what keeps everything solid and strong. Until your point become when you're an ecstatic devotee, then nothing will change your mind. You just see and all that. But for preaching, people need to do that
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have that basis, and that helps. That helps ultimately people like her because eventually everything. See, when you build your house on the foundation of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, your house will never fall. This spiritual house will be solidly here in this life and in all lives. Because think about it. Do you think Narada Muni is like not into Guru, Sadhu, Shastra? He's like this for eternally. Whenever he's preaching in the material universe, that's the preaching, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. That's the confirming thing about the absolute truth in this world. That's why the Lord had the Goswamis right. He
Yeah.
loved, and when he came across conclusive books, he loved them, like Brahma Samhita, the conclusive understanding of the absolute truth, or the higher, things, with the gopis, with Jayadev Goswami and all these things. He loved these books. Yeah, because that's the happiness of real devotees who are in the spiritual world. When they're here, they write these very conclusive, amazing things. And they help purify us and keep us solid in this world.
Yeah, makes you very, very strong, this backup of the Shastras. Makes you very, very strong. Deep inside makes it you're very strong. And then you can preach.
Yeah, our preaching is just being suppressed by Maya. And this is the how it works. We just keep expressing, keep going deeper and deeper. Sadhu Sangha, going deeper. And because ultimately people will be able to take shelter here more and more, because Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra is more here than anywhere I've seen it. Everywhere else there's some faults. So, like important faults that'll make that house fall. See? This doesn't fall because we got conclusive truth and ecstatic devotion here, man. Backed up by the Shastras and backed up by the Sadhu witnesses. This is strong here, powerful. Yeah, this is
it's the amazing grace place.
yeah, it really is. Yeah, and by it'll all come out. Yeah. Okay, so let's play the song here.
Bluetooth connected.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo.
We got a great product.
Take the name into your heart.
Krishna. Attachment to Krishna.
Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.